Lions TV. Okay, before I get into this video, I'm just going to point out, and I didn't want to do this video where I'm doing this video, but I am currently in hospital, and the reason I've got to tell you that is when I start talking and the cannula starts swinging about, it will just be weird if I didn't reference it. But let's leave that aside. I'm absolutely fine. I think I'll be at the den on Saturday. Hopefully, more than likely, I'll be there. And yeah, let's leave that one be. I don't get the violins out. I'm not looking for sympathy, but as I said, if I didn't acknowledge it or reference it in the video, it just would have been weird. But as I said, this is a preview, and here we go. Lions TV, we are sponsored by Regal Elevators and Lifts Consultants Limited, a company that is owned and operated by a Millwall fan, just like every single one of the sponsors you can already see on the screen. If you are going to do a bit of business in 2022, then please keep it in the Millwall family by checking out all of our sponsors' website links in the description below. This is your preview show, as I've said, for Saturday's home game against Cardiff at the Den. Always a spicy atmosphere. Add to that the little ingredient that Steve Morrison, a club legend, returns. He is in charge of Cardiff until the end of this season, and he's not doing too bad. As always, let's start out by taking a look at the 11 that Gary Rowett might pick to get the job done. Okay, so I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Gary Rowett, if you watch this channel, if you do not play 4 at the back and a 10 in behind a striker or strikers, we will lose this game. We have to try a different method. 3 at the back doesn't work. And I was speaking to my mate about this morning. The wing backs get high. They get exposed. I don't think 4 at the back means necessarily more defensive. I think it means more of a good shape, less exposure in behind, where we keep getting caught a lot, especially down the left-hand side, and 3 centre-backs that aren't really in fantastic form. Let's be honest, Cooper, Hutchinson and Murray Wallace. I think you stick Murray Wallace left-back, have Cooper and Hutchinson in for now until Ballard's potentially fit, Danny Mack right-back. I think that takes more potential calamities out the back 4, if it will be a back 4, and put, you know, more influential players, more creative players further up the pitch. Add to that, of course, and this is the only thing I'm clinging to at the minute, in Rowett's defence, is he's brought Freeman in, he's brought Burke in, Jed's returned, Bury's are in and around it, Mason Bennett, Connor Mahoney. We've got a lot of players that can play wide strikers or as a 10, and on that basis, we have to play a 10. Okay, I'll put Burke in a 10, I'll put Jed right, I'll put Mason Bennett left, and probably Bennett Kofobi up front by default, along with Billy Mitchell and Keith Bell in the centre of midfield. That's the team I'd probably go with, and as something's got to give, he cannot keep playing 3 at the back. He cannot keep playing wing backs and being ultra defensive. He said he was going to go for the, you know, the less negative approach against Fulham, and he didn't do that. And I'm petrified he'll put 3 at the back again. And if he does, I think we'll lose the game. It is winnable. However, Cardiff are in form. Let's take a look at the opposition. Managed by Super Stevie Morrison. I cannot wait for him to return to the Den. I don't know what sort of reception he'll get. I don't know if he'll give it to us. He used to give it to us when he played, didn't he? Now he doesn't play for us. So I don't know the way this one is going to play out. What I can tell you is this. Another bit of praise for me, for managers who try and do the right things. Steve Morrison is new to the job, thrown in at the deep end of the Championship, which is a high level to go in at your first job. But they've won 3 out of their last 3 league games. During the window, of course, they've also signed 2 strikers that we were interested in, Jordan Hugill and Ick Piazzu. Hugill scored on his debut, followed the next week by Ick Piazzu scoring on his debut, and last night they both scored in Cardiff's 4-0 drubbing of Peterborough, which does us a favour, believe it or not, because I know you're all looking up, I'm actually looking down, and we aren't a million miles away from the playoffs. Cardiff currently sit in 20th place, 5 points behind us, but if they beat us at the Den on Saturday, they'll go within 2 points, although there is a 10-point gap to that bottom 4, which involves Reading, which involves Peterborough, Derby and Barnsley. I think they are the teams in that order as well. Thanks for coming. So, look, it's not going to be easy, okay? They're a team in form. As I said, the added ingredient of Morrison returning against his old club. But we need a win. We need a win. Rowett needs a win now. You know, it's not just me saying it now. Get him out, and people think I'm clutching at straws for views. That was never the case. Now you've all woke up to smell the coffee, and I'm sure he will also be feeling the pressure. He needs to turn negative Gary into positive Gary. And I think we've got the players to do it. He said in the week as well, this is the strongest squad he's had since we've been at the club, since he's been at the club. So prove it. Go out and prove it. Go 4 at the back. Go put a 10 in, put 2 strikers, do whatever you want. With a core down the middle of that midfield, which will allow the central midfielders to not get so much pressure. The pressure might be slightly relieved, and they can also get forward. Let's get into it. It's time for a prediction. So this is your pre-match prediction, and here we go. I didn't say we're going to lose, so I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Will that turn the crowd even more against Gary Rowett? I imagine it will. What's an ideal scenario for me? Rowett leaves at the end of the season. He can do a straight swap with Steve Morrison if you want, and we'll have someone who understands the Millwall DNA and the Millwall way, and have him back at the club as our manager. That would absolutely suit me down to the ground. But in here and now, Rowett's still our manager. I think he'll go free at the back. I think he'll play the formation he always plays. No surprises from him, and I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw with Jed Wallace to get back amongst the goals. So that's you lot for this preview show. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please be sure to check out the fan score predictions from the other boys at Lions TV, which will go out tomorrow at 4 p.m. And if you think you know what the score's going to be, do not be shy to put it in the comments below. Provided I'm out of here, which I thought I was going to be today, however it looks like it could be tomorrow now, then I will be at the Den and live streaming on Saturday. Please subscribe to Lions TV. I'll see you there if you're going. Come on, you Lions.